The mermaid's gaze softened, and she reached out to touch Amani's cheek with a gentle hand. In the heart of an ancient African village, where the whispers of the wind danced through the tall grass and the rhythm of life echoed in every corner, a community unlike any other. This village, nestled between rolling hills and winding rivers, held secrets as old as time itself. But among its humble huts and bustling marketplaces, there was one tale that stirred the souls of both young and old. A tale of wonder, magic, and the enchanting mysteries of the deep. It began on a day when the sun hung high in the sky, casting its golden rays upon the earth below. The villagers went about their daily routines, tending to their crops, trading goods, and sharing laughter under the shade of ancient baobab trees. Little did they know that their tranquil existence was about to be forever changed by the arrival of a mysterious visitor from the depths of the ocean. As the afternoon sun dipped towards the horizon, casting hues of orange and pink across the sky, a hush fell over the village. The air seemed to shimmer with anticipation as whispers spread from ear to ear. "Have you heard?" The villagers murmured to one another. "There's a stranger in our midst, a creature of myth and legend, come to grace us with her presence." And indeed, emerging from the tranquil waters of the nearby river, there she was, the mermaid, her shimmering scales reflecting the fading light. As she glided gracefully towards the shore, gasps of awe rippled through the crowd as the villagers gathered on the riverbank, their eyes wide with wonder at the sight before them. For generations, the people of the village had heard tales of mermaids, whispered by storytellers around flickering fire pits on starry nights. But never had they dreamed that one would venture from the depths of the ocean to their humble shores. And yet, here she was, her ethereal beauty captivating all who beheld her. As the mermaid emerged from the water, her gaze fell upon a young girl named Amani, whose curiosity burned brighter than the midday sun. With a gentle smile, the mermaid beckoned to Amani, and without hesitation, the girl stepped forward, her heart pounding with excitement and fear. "Come, child," the mermaid whispered, her voice like the melody of the waves. "Do not be afraid. I mean you no harm." With trembling hands, Amani reached out to touch the mermaid's outstretched hand, feeling the cool rush of water against her skin. And in that moment, a bond was forged between them, a bond that would forever alter the course of their lives and the destiny of the village itself. But little did they know, their newfound friendship would be put to the test in ways they could never have imagined. As night fell over the village and the stars began to twinkle in the velvet sky, shadows stirred in the darkness, and whispers of danger echoed on the evening breeze. What trials and adventures await Amani and her mermaid friend in the days to come? Only time will tell as their tale unfolds against the backdrop of this ancient African village, where the line between reality and myth is blurred and the magic of the world knows no bounds. Please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this tale. As the night deepened, the villagers retreated to their homes, their hearts still abuzz with the excitement of the mermaid's arrival. Yet, amid the whispers of wonder, there lingered a sense of unease, a shadow that crept through the streets like a silent predator. Amani, unable to shake the memory of her encounter with the mermaid, lay awake in her bed, her mind a whirlwind of questions and uncertainties. What did the mermaid want? And why had she chosen to reveal herself now, after so many years of secrecy? Determined to find answers, Amani rose from her bed and slipped out into the moonlit night, the cool breeze of the evening brushing against her skin. With each step, she felt the weight of the village's hopes and fears pressing down upon her. A burden she carried willingly, for she knew that her friendship with the mermaid held the key to unlocking the mysteries that lay ahead. Following a faint trail of shimmering scales that glimmered in the moonlight, Amani made her way to the riverbank, where she had first encountered the mermaid hours earlier. There, beneath the silver glow of the moon, she found her friend waiting, her eyes reflecting the depths of the ocean. "Hello," Amani the mermaid greeted her, her voice soft and melodic. "I have been expecting you." Amani approached cautiously, her heart pounding in her chest. "Why have you come here?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "And what do you want from us?" The mermaid's gaze softened, and she reached out to touch Amani's cheek with a gentle hand. "I have come to seek your help," she said, her voice tinged with sadness. "For there is a darkness looming on the horizon, a darkness that threatens not only my kind, but all who dwell in this land." Amani's eyes widened in alarm. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice trembling. "What darkness?" The mermaid sighed, her eyes clouded with sorrow. "Long ago, a powerful sorcerer cast a curse upon the ocean, plunging it into darkness and chaos," she explained. "Since then, my people have suffered, their home ravaged by storms and tempests. But now, the sorcerer's power grows stronger, and soon his wrath will be unleashed upon the world above." Amani listened in horror as the mermaid recounted tales of devastation and despair, her heart heavy with the weight of the mermaid's words. "But what can we do?" she asked, her voice filled with desperation. "How can we hope to stand against such evil?" The mermaid smiled sadly, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "Together, we can face any challenge," she said, her voice filled with quiet determination. "For in unity lies our strength, and in compassion, our salvation." With those words, the mermaid reached out to Amani, her hand outstretched in friendship and solidarity. And in that moment, as their hands clasped together beneath the glow of the moon, Amani knew that their destinies were forever intertwined, that together they would brave the darkness and emerge victorious on the other side. But little did they know, the greatest challenges were yet to come, and the true test of their friendship still lay ahead, as dawn broke over the village, casting a golden glow upon the earth. Amani and the mermaid stood side by side, their hearts heavy with the knowledge of the trials that lay ahead. With each passing moment, the sense of impending danger grew stronger, like a storm gathering on the horizon, ready to unleash its fury upon the world. Determined to confront the darkness that threatened their home, Amani and the mermaid gathered the villagers together, their voices ringing out with urgency and purpose. "We cannot face this threat alone," Amani declared, her eyes blazing with determination. "But together, united as one, we can overcome any obstacle that stands in our way." The villagers listened intently, their faces drawn with concern. For many among them had never faced such peril, and the thought of venturing into the unknown filled them with fear. And yet, as they looked into Amani's eyes, they saw the spark of courage that burned within her, a flame that ignited their own resolve and banished their doubts. With a renewed sense of purpose, the villagers set to work, preparing for the journey ahead. Supplies were gathered, weapons sharpened, and hearts fortified against the trials that awaited them. And as they stood on the brink of adventure, a sense of unity washed over them, a bond forged in the fires of adversity, stronger than any force in the world. Together, Amani and the mermaid led the villagers towards the ocean, their footsteps echoing on the sandy shores as they ventured into the unknown. With each step, they drew closer to the source of the darkness that threatened their home, their resolve unshakable in the face of danger. As they reached the edge of the ocean, a sense of foreboding washed over them, like a chill wind blowing through their souls. For before them stretched a vast expanse of water, dark and turbulent, its depths concealing secrets beyond imagination. And lurking beneath the surface, hidden from sight, lay the source of their greatest fear, the sorcerer whose power threatened to consume them all. With a silent prayer on their lips and courage in their hearts, Amani and the villagers plunged into the ocean, their bodies enveloped by the cool embrace of the water. Down, down they swam, deeper and deeper into the abyss, until at last they reached the heart of the darkness that had plagued their land there so long. Amid the swirling currents and shifting shadows, they found the sorcerer waiting, a figure cloaked in darkness, his eyes gleaming with malice as he beheld them. "So, you dare to defy me?" he sneered, his voice echoing through the depths like thunder. "Fools, you cannot hope to stand against the power of the ocean itself." But Amani stood tall, her gaze unwavering as she faced the sorcerer head-on. "We may be but humble villagers," she declared, her voice ringing out with strength and conviction, "but we will not cower before your tyranny, for we are united in purpose, and together we will banish the darkness that threatens our home." With those words, Amani and the villagers unleashed their fury upon the sorcerer, their weapons flashing in the dim light as they fought with all their might. And though the sorcerer's power was great, fueled by centuries of darkness and despair, it was no match for the courage and determination of those who stood against him. In the end, it was Amani and the mermaid who delivered the final blow, their hearts beating as one as they struck down the sorcerer and shattered his hold over the ocean. And as the darkness receded, banished by the light of hope and friendship, a sense of peace washed over the land, restoring balance to the world once more. With the threat of the sorcerer vanquished and the ocean returned to its rightful state, Amani and the villagers returned to their home, their hearts light with triumph and their spirits lifted by the knowledge that they had faced their fears and emerged victorious. And though their journey had been long and fraught with peril, they knew that they were stronger for having faced it together. But as they settled back into their daily lives, a new sense of purpose stirred within them, a determination to cherish the bonds of friendship that had brought them together and to protect the land they called home with all their strength and courage. For they knew that so long as they stood united, no darkness could ever hope to overcome them. And so, dear listeners, let this tale serve as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the light of friendship and unity will always shine bright. And though the road ahead may be long and fraught with peril, so long as we face it together, there is no challenge too great to overcome. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when next we drop another amazing video. Also leave a comment. Tell us what you learned from this story.